Hey everyone, it's Lynnea for LDRS Creative, and I'm going to make a quick and easy card today using the floral sketch stamps and the coordinating layering stencils. This card is going to be really easy with just a little bit of stamping, some ink blending, and then I'll do a die cut edge with an edge die just to bring in some texture. So to start off with, I'm taking the floral sketch stamps and I'm going to use the single flower image that's up in the top right. You could do this same card using the larger, the two flower if you wanted to. I just really liked this single stemmed flower. So I'm going to grab that, and I have just a piece of A2 white cardstock, so 4¼ by 5½ inches. I will end up trimming this piece down to 3¾ by 5, so ½ inch off the top, ½ inch off the side. I'm just going to prep my cardstock first because I plan to do some heat embossing. I'm stamping with Raven Hybrid ink from LDRS Creative. This is a deep black ink. It's really crisp, really pretty. And then I also stamped a little Hello You sentiment down by the stem. I am heat embossing this because I'm going to be using the same type of ink. I'm using LDRS Creative Hybrid inks to do my ink blending. And when you use the same kind of inks, they reactivate each other. That's what makes inks blend together so well. So I don't want the black to be bleeding in, so that's why I heat set that real quick. Now here's the layering stencils, and you can, if you want to, add quick ink over the entire flower. But I really wanted to have a blue flower with a yellow center, so I'm going to use the pieces of the stencil where you kind of ink blend each individual petal. So I'm working on my LDRS Creative HSN mat. This is the Precision Hold Sticky Grid mat, and it's going to hold my cardstock in place, so I stuck that cardstock down, and now I'm just moving my stencil up, over, to the left, to the right, to ink blend each of these individual petals. And what's great about this grip mat is that it's holding on to my cardstock, my stencil, and then also my ink pad too, so nothing's kind of moving all over the place. Now you can, if you want to, you can take the back piece of acetate off of this grid mat so that it will actually stick down to your work surface. But I find that most of the time when I'm working, I leave that on. That way it just kind of makes cleanup even easier, because I really only need the grid mat to stick to my my cardstock and my stencil. That's really what I want it for. So I just leave the back on, and then that way I can just quickly add my different inks here and there over the stencil. And then once my panel is done, I can easily lift that up off of my Precision Hold Sticky Grid mat. My cardstock didn't budge, not once, and I didn't need to use any kind of masking tape or anything for my stencil. Everything held in place just perfectly. And then just to keep my mat protected during storage, I'm going to grab that clear acetate that goes over the top of the mat, stick that on, and then I can stick that in my little, I have like a magazine holder. That's where I keep this grid mat. Now what's next is I'm just going to ink spatter some black ink and let that sit and dry. Then I grab the stepped edge die, and I'm going to add this onto the left side of my card. I know that I plan on taking a ½ inch off of the left side. So this stepped edge is going to kind of cut just a little bit into the flower. I wanted it to almost look like a lattice fence going up the top, and maybe the flower is planted along the fence line. So I'm just positioning this so that it is lined up with the top and bottom, but it's kind of over towards the middle a little bit, so I have that ½ inch that I can cut off on the left side. I ran that through my die cutting machine, and now I'm going to do some quick tucking and folding to create this nice little border. It's not really an edge, I don't think, because it's in the middle of my card, but this nice little border. So I'm popping up each one of those chevrons and then folding them back on the score line created by the die. Then I'm going to just give that a quick little push and press through so that the tip of each chevron tucks into the chevron behind it. Then I have this extra white die cut piece that cuts out, and that's just to finish off the design up at the top. So I added a little bit of liquid adhesive to the little arms of the chevron, and then I glued that down to complete that pattern. Now if you wanted to, you could leave this just like this and put a piece of colored cardstock behind, and it would be really pretty. But like I mentioned, I'm going to be trimming this down. So I'm trimming off a ½ inch, so it'll be 3¾ inches wide. Then I'm going to cut a ½ inch off the top and a ½ inch off the bottom. So that's going to make the finished size 3¾ by 5 inches. I'm trimming both the top and the bottom just to keep that the stepped edge and the flower centered in my panel. Then I added foam tape behind my decorative panel. I cut a piece of yellow cardstock and layered that onto an A2 card base, and this card is all finished. I hope you really enjoyed this quick and easy card. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye!